I want it to be synonymous. When you think of Philly, you should, you know what I mean, think of Chill.
And Chill, that's definitely the right name for this artist.
You know,
Is it cool if I crack a beer?
With his own beer, wine, and kombucha,
The passion is still music. Like I was writing a song on the way here.
Philly's hip-hop ambassador, Chill Moody, on the pulse.
I seen it all, no mirage. Won't get the credit till your show going off. Mic drop a beer lift, it's the same thing.
Welcome to The Pulse. As you know, we like to bring people into the studio, explore their stories. And today we've got a guy, I don't even know how to define you, man. Chill Moody here with us. I mean, hip-hop artist is true.
Right.
Businessman is true.
For sure.
Ambassador for the city.
For sure.
Activist. Welcome.
Thanks for having me. I
Look, at
appreciate
some
it. Thanks
point,
for having me.
Appreciate you coming in.
I've always tried to always tell people I'm trying to have so many things under my name. Like when I'm sitting with Ellen, it'll be like my name and then like 50 things under my name. Like
keep going.
It's just all about what's under your name.
This might take a minute, but I ask people all the time, like, how are they known? Define themselves. And you got 50 things under your name, but when people ask you, how do you define you?
I lead with I'm a hip hop artist. You know, throughout whatever I'm doing, hip hop kind of got me here. You know, my entry point was rap, and because of how the music industry was kind of shifting, just to put it simple, to make money, you had to do other things. So I kind of turned into, you know, this serial entrepreneur, if you will, and started, you know, developing more brands and, you know, just finding different avenues to make revenue. But most importantly, I'm from Philly. You know, Philly pride is just through and through. So I want it to be synonymous. When you think of Philly, you should, you know what I mean, think of Chill, somewhere down the line.
It's interesting because a lot of people, especially nowadays, the goal is to not be Philly. I mean, Philly tends to hold on.
Yeah.
But the goal is to be, you know, I'm
worldwide.
so much more.
Right.
Why?
That was always weird to me. You know what I mean? I would hear those people say that, and I would see how, you know, the people around me who were still in Philly, reacted to that. And it's like, you know, you can't really turn your back on what you are, regardless of if you're bigger than it or, you know, whatever the case may be. You can't really put on for your city leaving and saying, you know, I'm not that anymore, I'm bigger than that. No, you still are that. You may have moved on, but you still are that. You know, you were born here, you were bred here. So I always just carry that with me. And it's not like, you know, no disrespect to anybody. This ain't Wichita. This ain't Smallville. This is Philly. Like it should mean something to say I'm from Philly.
All of you have achieved levels of success, but people that you're associated with, you're still cool with. And, you know, the Freeways, the Tierra Wax, you know, you could start naming names.
Right.
Is that a Philly thing? Because I feel like a lot of people, even as you go global, you're like, hold on, I'm put on for my city.
Yeah, I think so. And it's definitely generational. So I can say, you know, starting with a state prop and a freeway, those guys kind of shifted that focus of, you know, I'm bigger than Philly. It was like, no, we're big and we're taking Philly with us. And it kind of, I think, started from there in a sense. Because some guys prior to that, you know, may have, you know, Philly turned their back on us, so we're turning our back on Philly, kind of, sort of.
As you know, we're on in Philly, but we're also on national.
Right.
So what do you say to the national audience about why that should mean something? Like,
I mean, they love us. They love Philly flavor. You know, whenever I travel, you know, they love what we bring to the table. You know, we take this, we have this initiative called Homesick Philly. And we travel around. We've activated at the Grammys. We've activated at South by Southwest down in Austin, Texas. And we basically just convert that venue, wherever that venue is, into Philadelphia. So the last one we had the Super Bowl playing on the TV the whole time we were there, the Super Bowl that the Eagles won. There was water ice, there was cheesesteaks, there was pretzels, but there was also like a panel with, I interviewed Ty Carmichael from La Cologne. We had Najee Good, who was playing for the Eagles at the time, being interviewed. And, you know, it just felt like Philly music playing the whole time. DJ Jazzy Jeff, you know, DJ'd at the end of the night. And, you know, you just see how people react to what we know to be regular, to be normal. But they're like, oh, this is cool. And I'm like, yeah, we try to tell y'all. Like,
you got the city ambassador title. What was, I mean, I could see why, but what was that all about?
So it was an initiative with Councilman David O. This might have been like 7-8 years ago at this point. An initiative called PHL Live Center Stage, and it was just a quick synopsis of it was like a battle of the bands meets like an award ceremony. So it was every genre from jazz to hip hop to R&B to country, whatever, competing against each other in different venues around the city for like a week to then perform at an award show at the end of the whole John. And each winner of each genre would win $1,000 and a bunch of other stuff. I was chose to like kind of help spearhead that as the Philadelphia music ambassador. Through that, you know, we developed the Philadelphia Music Industry Task Force, and I was like a founding member in that. But it's just really just kind of like a tireless effort to put the city on, but also put artists on in the city, you know, develop platforms for independent artists in the city to make sure that, you know what I mean, they get a chance to shine. Is it cool if I crack a beer? I want to throw you off.
Nah, it's all right with me. All right, so perfect segue. Generally, I would join you with one of those, but that's a perfect segue to your many businesses.
Word.
So what is this?
This is Nice Things Hazy IPA. It's the first offering from Nice Things Beer, my like official brewery. You know what I mean, we're officially licensed and doing what we got to do out here independently as you know, moving these beverages. So we got kombucha, we got some other products on the way, but right now we're moving this Nice Things Hazy IPA, and these are actually the first cans off of the line. Hopefully you'll be seeing these Jones everywhere. It's a great summer, you know what I mean, orange situation, so it's going to look good throughout the, you know what I mean?
All things Philly. I feel like we should put the thing up on the screen because we're going to do a John count also. Because I was trying to see how long.
I really can't help it.
But that's Philly.
I can't help it.
You had to work on it. Like I got to the point where in casual conversation, it just happens. Just happens.
The worst is in like business emails when like you can't help but write John in there, and it's like, what do y'all want me to do? Like,
so we got the beer.
Yeah.
We got the kombucha that you do also.
Yeah.
Nowhere near finished yet, been in position and been a threat since thought let it burn. Nice Things kombucha, blue pineapple. It's gonna be a nice summer.
You had sneakers.
Yeah.
What else? Moodys Clubhouse.
Moodys Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Another brand, another extension of the Nice Things brand of the Chill Moody brand. But Moodys Clubhouse, we shot a TV show. We shot a pilot season for this TV show, Moodys Clubhouse. So artists come, they perform 3 songs with our live house band, who happened to be led by Eugene Man Roberts. It's John Legend's entire band. They signed on to be our house band for Moodys Clubhouse. Artists come, they perform 3 songs with our house band, and then they sit with me at the bar and drink either my beer, my wine, or my kombucha.
So there's wine too.
Yeah.
I'm a little jealous. I got you know, the Pulse water. So when you got started, right, and you said hip hop got you started. So what was the goal after you did that? Because now what's Jay-Z line? I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
Yeah.
Was that always a goal, or you just?
Yeah, it was always. You know, I'm multifaceted. I always wanted to do, you know, a lot of different things. I had a candy shop in front of my mom's house when I was like 7 or 8, and like instead of going to the corner store, you know, come shop with me type situations. Like I was always on it. But I think the natural, I guess, trajectory of it was, you know, we start throwing concerts, and you'd sell your CDs. This is back in the day, CDs.
Right.
And you know, the next time a person comes to the show, they're not buying the CD again. They already have the CD. So now I have to increase the opportunities for you to support me. So all right, now we got T-shirts, now we got hoodies, now we got these things. But then as it, you know, continued, I noticed people were drinking whatever we were drinking. Back then we were drinking Jameson. So the bar would come to us after the show. It's like, yo, we sold 17 bottles of Jameson tonight. We've never done that, especially for a hip hop concert. So I'm like, damn, maybe we should highlight Jameson and see what's up with them. And we did some work with them for a couple years, and a bunch of events. They sponsored some dope events and some dope initiatives we put together. But after that, it was like, all right, that only can go but so far. What if we were Jameson?
You've been doing this for a minute. I mean, not You've been doing this for a minute. Hip hop.
I'm no spring chicken.
Right. You're not new to the game, but you've been doing it long enough to kind of see that from selling your own CDs to the shirts. Is that the new normal, or did you just get it first?
It should be. And I don't think what I was doing was anything that wasn't normal. Cause I studied 50 Cent. I watched how Queen Latifah and Ice Cube and these people found multiple ways to make bread, but hip hop was what got them in the position in the first place. Jay-Z, of course. Like you watch these people, but I guess like as an independent artist, maybe it was new or whatever, but now I do feel like it's the new normal. Like, and the artists are getting into music almost knowing that, hey, this music is just a marketing tool for this other situation that I got going on, and they're kind of leading in with that. Passion is still music. Like I was writing a song on the way here, like just new beats that I'm listening to all the time. Like I still love to make the music and do all of that stuff. But because of streaming and, with COVID shutting touring down for a minute, you got to find other ways to, move out here. So
it seems like people have always had this, the hard grind, and I got to get 1 million followers. And then maybe, it seems like this kind of message to young people, to the next generation, is just own your own stuff.
You should.
Yeah. That's changing the game. That's what you tell me.
Yeah. Own it. Partnerships are important. You can't necessarily, you own 100% of something that's not really moving. You ain't really doing nothing. But if you own 50% of something and you got a partner like a Live Nation or somebody that can help move it the rest of the way, then that's a good deal. Especially if that's not your only thing that's going on. But it's important not to be monolithic. It's important to be able to express your versatility in whatever you do.
What's nice things?
Well, first and foremost, it's just a way of life. It's an understanding that appreciating whatever you have is nice things, and knowing that comparison is the thief of joy, and not, or he's got the Benz, but I got this bus pass, but I'm getting to work every day and I'm providing for my family. That's nice things. It originated on a block called the Dome. We call it the Dome, on 50th and Catherine, and just hanging out with my older cousins. They used to always say, we got a lot of nice things. We got nice things, and we in the hood, but it's nice things. We enjoying it. And as hip hop picked up, I just always said nice things. The way I say John, I just always said nice things. And I understood early on that it was important for the Chill Moody brand to be separate from all the other stuff that I did. So when I jump into the beer, when I jump into the kombucha, just other stuff I might jump into if I drop a fragrance or something like that. I don't want what's happening with Chill Moody, the musician, to influence that negatively. Not that it would, because I'm not out here drawing, but you might not like this music, but you're gonna love this beer. And I don't want those things to necessarily be synonymous. Like, if that's the case, it would just be called Ralph Lauren. It wouldn't be called Polo. You know what I mean? So it was like, all right, let me have something that can kind of separate it. So Nice Things became the umbrella brand for all of the other stuff that I'm doing.
That matters to you. The positive image associated with your name. That seems really
I can't have my family out here looking crazy. Like, yo, you know what I mean? Look at what he's doing out there. Like, look what your cousin's doing. Look what your son is doing. Like, he's wild. I got to be a reflection of, you know what I mean, the people that brought me up, the people whose opinions matter most to me.
It's always interesting to me, the things that people don't know. About the people that they think they know.
Right.
They know your music, or they know the beer, or they know the kombucha, or they know Chill. They may not know that you and a bunch of people were doing the big cleanup. And I was out there that day with you guys, and I was surprised to sit there. I went to talk to you, but I went to talk to Tierra Whack as well. And her response was, I'm not respectfully.
That's not what we were trying to do.
Not out here for that.
Right.
So first, tell us what the big cleanup is.
Big cleanup. It's an initiative started by a group of collectives, a collective of creatives. My fault. We met at Rec Philly under the invitation of Gianni Lee and Aaron over at Babylon Cartel. They invited us out and was just like, we need to figure something. This is in the midst of just to paint the picture. The National Guard was in Philly, in the hood, like just posted on blocks because of uprising and all of that stuff, and whatever that is. And we were like, something's got to shake. We got to change the optics in some way. What can we be doing? And a lot of ideas were thrown around, but the big cleanup kind of birthed from that, because all remember a time when communities came out together, and every Sunday or Saturday, there'd be a block cleaning, and you get to meet your neighbors and talk to your neighbors and talk about what's going on in the neighborhood. And it just blossomed into something even bigger than we all could imagine.
And that part becomes apparent if you go out there.
Yeah, once you're there, it's real hard to explain that, but when you're there, you kind of feel like, oh, this is bigger than this push broom. You know what I mean?
And it's real. Like because you go out there and people who are very successful in various fields talking to each other, and everybody's social and talking to people as you walk through neighborhoods. And I put the drone up in the air so you can see people who were moving around. But there's people pushing brooms, and cleaning stuff up.
Yeah, we out there to work.
Nobody was out there to be seen.
Nobody wanted that's not what it was about. See the shirts, see the uniformity in it or whatever, see what the message is. But I think Wack actually was the one that kind of coined it when we were walking around. People was like, yo, what are y'all doing out here? She was just like, just cuz. And that's made the most sense out of anything. It was like, why not?
One more question. When you're done with all this, I know, right? When you're done with all this, what do you hope is the highlight of your career? What do you hope people know you for?
The entry to Chill Moody could have been beer, and you came to a beer release, and I just happened to pick up a microphone here, like, oh wow, this guy raps, and raps at a high level. Like I'm pretty good. I feel like I'm really good at this. But I don't want it to be one thing.
I don't put people on the spot. I told you this. But I will. I mean, when we're sitting here, we're cracking open beers, we're talking about, I don't have a beat for you, which probably makes it that much easier. You just,
what's the so I don't curse in my music, so I ain't really got to worry about that. But like you say, we're national
no
TV.
Rules, man. You do your
rules.
thing.
They call him a poet. Got me feeling like they just taking notice. It's all Gucci. Look at my opponent. I've been roaming since enrollment. Floating off the potent, mixing potions. Time flies. That's consequence of living in the moment. We was taught to have no worries. And through it all, every day it'd be its own journey. We do it all with intention. Move with a purpose and understanding that anything imagined can be manifested. Started with a dream, then a plan. Explained the schemes to my man. Stayed close to the fam, put our teams on the grams. Motivated from them days, we split fees for them cabs. Stayed 10 toes down, now got our feet in the sand. I swear we grinded so long, they thought our timing was off. Started doubting me, I'm kinda appalled. This the album where that problem resolves. I seen it all, no mirage. Won't get the credit till your show going off. But we still got time. That's all I got.
Hey, look.
That's just fresh on my mind right now.
You're not supposed to. You finished that. I'm supposed to have a mic that you could have dropped. You don't finish that and then say that's
mic drop or beer. Mic drop or beer lift. It's the same thing.
We were sitting here having beers and freestyling and doing our thing. All right. So we talked about all of that, the what's next. I think your whole existence is about using your voice for good in some capacity. But we end all of our shows, excuse me, talking to people about how they use their voice for good. What
I want people to do is find their space in whatever's going on in the world and take some action. That if marching's your thing, by all means, go do that. If your space is behind the podium and chasing political whatever, and find a way and do something. If your thing is simply just informing people of the issues and finding those people who can then march or podium it up or whatever, find your space and what's going on, and don't just sit back and act like nothing's happening. Like, and I'm speaking directly to our culture when I'm saying these things. It's like strength in the numbers, unity over all type situations. Like, find a way to connect with what's going on. Find your space in it. Don't force nothing. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't meant to be a frontline boy, and that's cool. But find your space in it and do something, because we need you. We need everybody.
I appreciate you, man. No, the Nice Things beer is now out. Yeah. The kombucha is nice always kombucha. Out.
Yep.
And you were involved in picking the flavors and all that kind of stuff.
I'm in there. I'm picking the hops. I'm doing a lot of things, man.
The wine's out.
The wine's coming.
The sneakers were a collector's item.
No, the sneakers are out. We've done 2 pairs so far. We got another pair coming in fall.
We had LeVar Ball on, man. You should get with Big Baller.
I like what he was doing. I like what he was doing with the $300 Big Baller Brand Jones. Yeah,
so that's out, and most importantly,
the album is coming.
It's coming out.
Maybe August.
In August. But the plan is August. All right.
The album drops when the world needs saving, man.
I was tempted, but I need this job, so I don't know if I can crack a beers while I'm sitting here with the guests. But had a good time with Chill Moody, hearing about all of his successes, his journey, and I hope you enjoyed the discussion as much as I did. Remember, if you want the full interview, you can check it out all places where podcasts are available. Make sure you subscribe. We'll be back to do it all again next week. And until then, whenever you can, use your voice for good and have a good one.